Why is it that African countries are in debt and America is in debt and African countries go down and America doesn't go down? Because the debt is in US dollars. So America can keep printing its own US dollars. We can't print US dollars to give America. It will be a crime. So one thing you ought to understand is this, that all these currencies that we have right now, they are no longer gold-backed. Now they are debt-backed, or rather debt-based. And we understand that the time we are in, as the Bible says, that these are the end times. Eskatos. That's the word that they use in the Greek, eskatos, which is a depiction of a ship that has reached its destination, like the docks. There is no way to go. So when he's saying at the end of time, he's talking about the eskatos of time, meaning to say this is the last bus stop. It can't go any further. After that, there is nowhere to go. But the idea then is, if we get the world economies, to have all their debts written off, it will require that they no longer print money. I don't know if you understand.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you understand.
You're getting it, sir.
But before we get there, we address the issue of debts. They will try to say, okay, yeah, you have got, you owe 1 billion. Have you noticed, and I've told you this several times, have you noticed that we have Namibia, Zambia, the whole of Africa, so to speak, or Asia, so to speak, that are in debt. These countries are in debt. And they're going down. Yet America is in debt. I believe trillions. And yet, it never goes down.
It's not going down. Yeah.
Are we still here?
Yes.
Simple. It's very simple. Why is it that African countries are in debt and America is in debt and African countries go down and America doesn't go down? Because the debt is in US dollars. So America can keep printing its own US dollars. We can't print US dollars to give America. It will be a crime. They're still getting.
We're getting it. They're getting it. They're getting it.
If you owe me in my currency, you will suffer. But if I owe somebody using the currency I print, they're getting it.
Yes, sir.
One thing you ought to understand before we explain deeper on this, one thing you ought to understand is this, that all these currencies that we have right now, they are no longer gold-backed. Now they are debt-backed, or rather debt-based.
Debt-based. Debt-based.
The value is also derived from how many people owe you that amount, or that currency, so to speak. So since it's debt-based, the more you print the money, the more it loses value. And when it loses value, the more you print. And the higher the prices. And people become more dependent on you than on themselves. I don't know if you're getting this.
You're getting it, sir.
But if you have digital ID, you bring something like a digital ID, the whole system is under one control, one sender. Now they can then say, you know what? We'll forgive all debts, don't worry, because you people are too much in debt. Guess what? You feel so much relieved. Oh, wow. So if I just use the syndrome banking digital coin, the CBDCs, I use this, the US dollar debt is gone. Yeah, it's gone. Just use ours. Now I have digital ID and I know exactly where you are. And I'm using crypto technology. That means every coin is recorded and registered on who spent it, where, spent it on what. And every product I buy is got codes to say you actually bought product 1295. So guess what happens? I'm able to control you, know exactly what you spend, where and when. This is the point. The reality is, that's not the gluttonous people. It doesn't affect them in that way. It will be if you want to fly, because of the digital ID, because of the currency that they now control, they can say the money is there but it's frozen. They can't freeze your cash.
That's right.
They're missing that.
So they can control it.
They can't control your cash.
Yes.
Are you still here?
Yes.
You're getting it.
And cash was causing the banks not to get money. I will explain. You see, wherever economies are debt-based, what then happens is the banks are the chief. They're the chiefs. They're the ones that control the governments. Because they can print money. I know what you think. Banks don't print money. You're joking. Let me give you this example so that you get it. This needs a little bit of understanding. All right? So what you have, I've told this before, you deposit $10. Do you know what the bank says? It says we have $10. Then another person comes in to borrow the same $10. All right? The bank doesn't say we now have zero. It doesn't say, because this is not recorded in cash basis, like, okay, we have cash in the drawer. No. It's digital. So the tens are there as numbers. Now you borrowed 10, no problem, it has gone there. But when you borrow 10 from the bank, you go and pay someone who is house cleaner, $10. And the house cleaner banks $10. The bank doesn't say, oh, that $10 has come back from, no, it doesn't. It says, now we have another 10. And we're waiting for this one to bring our 10. So we have $30 from 110. Then someone says, I want to borrow $30. They say, we have it. But they don't have $30. They had 10. And it has gone out. So they $30, and then you go and pay your insurance, and the insurance comes in with 30. Now they say we now have 60. But remember, this has to come in with interest when you come back.
Yes, sir.
But where is the interest coming from when the money is just here? It's only $10 we have here. That means they are getting it from thin air. So it gives them the ability to just say we have 20 million. Banking, trust me, banking is wonderful. That's why I owned one bank before. It's wonderful. It's really just creating money out of nowhere. It might not be printing as a printer, but it's brilliant. It's wonderful. You get $10, now you have $90. And you don't care. Now, so now the cash that I'm gonna give Chief here, if this is my $20, notice, he goes to someone else, gives him $20, and then this one I owe him, then he comes in and demands a service, he gives me my $20 again, and I get it. It just moving around without the bank taking any dollar. Because when you bank a digital currency, now the banks will say, you know what? We have a charge on this amount, 2%. Now the $10 is no longer $10. You're getting the point? Because there is a charge. But when we use cash and ignore banks, they have nowhere to charge.
That's right.
So this allows these elites to steal from you consistently. They're still not getting it. So what do we do to actually avoid these movements and measures? Number one, as my man of God, Pastor Chris says, they live in our world. We don't live in theirs. We control them. By prayer, we control them. We will not allow them to take over while we are still here.
Yes, sir.
It's either the rapture happens and we leave for 7 years and come back as their leaders. Or before the rapture happens, they will introduce it in a measure, but they will not affect us.
Yes, sir.
They didn't get that.
They introduce it in a measure.
They will introduce it in a measure. They will try everything. Though right now, let me tell you something. Right now, they are doing it in one district in China. The whole town, the whole district is now doing this whole thing. Digital IDs. They know where you are. If you steal from there, they can find you on the cameras and say that's the guy. He's standing by this location and that location. What are they doing? It looks like that's wonderful technology. But that's the tech the devil will use in the end time. And never say I didn't warn you, because I know some of you are just sitting there like, oh, okay. And guess what? What will happen when they introduce these central bank digital currencies? Do you know what happens? These crypto coins that you have will go down. It will go to the toilet. Hello. Ask yourself, why are they not adopting Bitcoin and they're introducing their own? Because they don't want you to use the Bitcoin. They want to introduce another one to compete with the Bitcoin. And the moment they bring something to compete with Bitcoin, then they will start to sanction and even put legal parameters around Bitcoin. To a point that it will be a crime selling Bitcoin without their permission. They didn't get that. I know what I'm saying might look like, years and years to come. No. This is in a few years' time, and they'll start it within a few months.
Wow.
But within a few years, it will be implemented as everywhere, almost everywhere. You start realizing that that's all they're trying to do. So what do we do? Remember what I said? Prayer will change them, because we are saying they live in our world, we don't live in their world.
Yes, sir.
Maybe they didn't get it again. They live in our world. Tell yourself they live in our world. We don't live in their world. They live in ours. Unless the church is taken and they can introduce it freely. Free course, just as free course. But now, at this point, whilst we are here, as the temples of the Holy Spirit, it's going to be very difficult to implement what they want to implement.
A good news world with Uebert Angel, provoking a reaction and always worth hearing.